Good morning, everybody. It's 10 o'clock and this is the first PWG online session of 2021. This is what we have for you on our program. Frederik de Jager, CEO of the Pollets Water Group, will talk to you about why these sessions are important to us as well as for you. My colleagues Wendy Verbregge, Yves-Marie Schapt and Danny Bruneel will guide you to our new launch softeners for 2021. And I will talk to you about and finish this session with some options and possibilities on personalization. If you have any questions, we're happy for you to answer them during the presentations in the chat. Just pop your question and we will interact. And as for now, I would say, let's go.
Good morning. Also from my side, welcome to the first PWG online session of 2021, and thank you so much for showing up in such great number. At PWG, we think this is a great way to connect with all of our partners across Europe and beyond, to show and to tell you about what's new and also what's coming up. And on top of that, it's a great way for us to get feedback from you. So please share your feedback during this session or afterwards through your local contacts. Needless to say, the last year has been a very challenging year for all of us. But at PWG, we firmly believe that our sector has been positively affected by all the events of the last year. We've seen many investments into quality water treatment equipment for private homes through the staycation, resulting in a strong boost in sales of softening products as well as point-of-use filtration. Recovery plans in almost every country put an emphasis on the Blue Deal, forcing industries to look at water as a precious resource. And of course, the shift away from plastic is going on, and it's a train which will not stop. I propose that we build on this momentum all together. Because we believe in such a great future for water treatment, at PWG we continue to invest into many different segments. Our friends at Esli in Turkey have moved to a brand new building, allowing them to produce domestic and commercial, as well as industrial RO and ultrafiltration in a much more efficient manner. On top of that, our company in Uruguay, UK will also move to a new facility later on this year, also in order to build their equipment more efficiently for you. We've invested into the marketing department because the digital world is fast moving along. This will help us to improve the digital services, digital marketing, as well as all of our web shop projects which we have going on. With the acquisition of EcoVision late last year, we have gathered and gained expertise in the world of wastewater treatment and more specifically vacuum distillation. Vision Water, our branded dealer concept, is flying under the wings of Olivier Bourdeau, who will make sure that the Vision Water brand is being pushed throughout the market. And of course, the topic of today's webinar, we've continued to invest into quality domestic soft drink products. Now, just like you, we don't want to see every product in different segments at different price points. And therefore, we think channel and product management is extremely important. It allows you to position the product that you want to sell in your market in the way you want it. And therefore, we can offer you white label solutions, private label solutions, branded solutions, and all of the above are also available not only in electric equipment, but also with hydraulic solutions. Of course, Pollard Water Group offers much more than just domestic softening, and we are active in all different fields of water treatment, going from a water filtration system for your home, an industrial ultrafiltration or RO plant, or a drinking water systems for hotels, restaurants, and cafes. These topics will be on the agenda for the remainder of this year through these online sessions, and Peter Spillebeen, our marketing manager, will talk you through that very exciting agenda right after this presentation. Again, please do share your feedback. It's important to us. We want to know and need to know from you, who's out in the market every single day, what you see and what you feel, so we can adjust our product portfolio. And let me just conclude by asking you to join us on our mission. Let's make water count.
Thank you very much, Frederik. Indeed, before we continue with the webinar, let's have a little look on what we have for you on our program for the 2021 online sessions and what is defined. So today we'll dive into the domestic softeners. At the 4th of June, we have a session by our PWG Academy led by Johan Lansens, who will have the word just after me here, about the technology on softening. The 3rd of September, we'll have a session by our sister company, Suco, who will talk to you about Clock, Profine, Crystal Rite, since they're also the specialists on those three brands. And then the 2nd of November until the 5th of November, we normally take part at AQUADEC Amsterdam. We don't know yet in which format AQUADEC Amsterdam will take place, but even so, we will be present with some of our brands, products and solutions. Now, a little word perhaps about the PWG Academy. PWG Academy is about sharing information, sharing technologies, and learning our customers and our internal people about water treatment. Now, we will not do any extended session today, but we thought it might be a great idea to do some little facts that will be presented by Johan Lansens in between each presentation. So Johan will have the word, and each time in a short minute and a half, about some interesting facts about domestic softening. So before I give the word to Wendy, we'll start with the first fact by Johan Lansens and his PWG Academy. Did you know?
Where does hardness come from? Water distribution companies mainly use groundwater as the main source of city water. We all know that groundwater is collected in the outside layer of the earth. We call this part the crust. The upper parts of that crust contain a lot of sedimentary rocks, like shale, sandstone, iron, but also limestone. Limestone is very often present, and we all know that calcium and magnesium are largely present in limestone. Limestone dissolves into the water as a result of precipitation. Precipitation is rain, snow, or hail. Rainwater contains a certain limited amount of carbonic acid or CO2 and is slightly acidic, meaning that the pH of rainwater will always be lower than 7. It will be something like 5.8, 5.9, 6, more or less that. When the rainwater penetrates the soil, it will come in contact with the limestone, and in certain conditions it will dissolve a part of that limestone. When the groundwater is used as city water, it will contain hardness.
So good morning everybody, my name is Wendy Verbregge and I'm the product marketeer at the Paulette Water Group. During last year and at the beginning of this year, the Paulette Water Group launched a number of new domestic softeners and cabinets. I will introduce them to you in a nutshell, and then my colleague Yves-Marie Schapt, the procurement manager at Paulette Water Group, will zoom in on the Jane. And then Danny Bruneel, the sales and marketing manager at Delta, will introduce to you the new Pallas NES range, that is the non-electrical softener range. So launched in 2020. Let's kick off with the Pallas Condor. The Pallas Condor is an all-in-one duplex unit assembled with a Fleck 9100 SXT valve. So, as I just told, it's an all-in-one compact duplex. It is available in two sizes. You have the mini 2x6 liter and the maxi 2x18 liter. Of course, it's a duplex unit, so you have soft water 24/7. It is assembled with a Fleck 9100 SXT downflow valve, which is a really well-known timer and valve, so it's easy programmable for most of us. The Pallas Condor saves water and salt because it switches from one tank to another after using 100% of the capacity of the first tank. So you always have a tank that is in service and a second one that is in standby or is regenerating. Let's have a look at a nice animation on the Pallas Condor. So the Pallas Condor is available to all customers. Internet sales is not allowed, and you have two options for personalization. As you can see on the video or on the presentation, you have the label for which you can choose the color, and you can also put your logo on it. And then you have the color of the unit. There are a number of colors from which you can pick. But of course, personalization always comes with a minimum order quantity, so please contact your PWG company before starting to sell this unit. Then the Lucy. The Lucy was the second softener that was launched during last year. It's a really nice looking unit which is available in two sizes. So the Lucy is a PWG exclusive softener with a custom-made design. It is available in two sizes, a mini 14 liter and a maxi 25 liter. Here you have the option between, you have the choice between two versions. You have the SE timer with touchscreen and salt alarm, which you can see on the bottom of your screen. And then you have the HE timer with a smaller display and no salt alarm. The exclusive design has two ergonomic handles on the sides of the unit, so you can easily move the softener. And then you have also the movable cover for easy salt filling. The Lucy is assembled with an efficient valve with semi-proportional brining, and you have also an option which is the chlorine generator. Let's have a look. So the Lucy is once again an exclusive unit. Internet sales are also forbidden, just like the Pallas Condor. And here you have more options for personalization. First, you have the choice of the language, and then you also have the possibility to put your logo on the display, so in the programmation of the unit. And of course, you can also use a label or any other possibilities, which my colleague Peter will explain a bit later on in the presentation for personalization. Then you have also the choice of color. Here we put some examples of a different color for the ring, but you also have the option to change the complete color of the complete unit. Of course, as it is an exclusive unit, exclusivity may already be granted in certain countries, and so please contact your PWG company to know the availability. And of course, personalization also comes with a minimum order quantity for this unit. And then the EVA. The EVA is not a softener, but it's a cabinet, and as you can see on the screen, it is available in 3 sizes, so Maxi, Midi and Mini. The EVA is a great looking cabinet with a glossy cover. It also has a small footprint, meaning that it is a very narrow cabinet. You also have, just like the Lucy, the handles on the side to easily move the unit, and it's a very versatile cabinet. So you are able to put a lot of different valves and a lot of different vessels in this unit. So there are a large number of configurations possible. And then you also have the choice in color combinations. So for the cabinet, you have a white, gray, or a black cabinet, and then you have for the cover the choice between white, black, and blue. So you can mix and match to your taste. The EVA has a perfect integration between the cover and the cabinet. And then you have also, as you can see here on the picture, you have the movable or the tilting salt lid, which on the bottom has an extra layer to make sure that you don't scratch this flipping cover while filling the salt. And as an option, you also have a transparent valve protection that is available on request. So for the EVA, also please contact your local Pollet Water Group company for more information. And then finally for last year and the last unit, but certainly not the least one, is the Georgia. The Georgia is an all-in-one integrated solution for the treatment of your city and well water. It is assembled with Crystalrite. This unit is available in 2 sizes, so a 25 and a 28 liter. The unit will remove manganese, iron, and ammonia. It will correct your pH if you choose the CR100 configuration. It will soften your water and remove the rotten smell egg if you take the KDF option. So the Georgia is of course assembled with Crystalrite, but also with a eVolve valve, which will give you a visual and audio alert when the salt is low. But here you also have the possibility to put in a service alarm. So then whenever the unit needs service, your name and phone number, or the phone number and name of your dealer will appear on the screen. The eVolve valve also has a chlorinator, so this unit will disinfect your media, but it also functions as a salt alarm. And the chlorinator is also the part of the unit that removes the ammonia. So the Georgia. PWG is the exclusive distributor of Crystalrite in Europe. This unit is available to all customers, but of course no internet sales is allowed because of the specificness of Crystalrite. So you really have to know the media before you are able to present the correct solution to your customer. Here are also a number of personalization options. So for the two sizes, the 25 and the 28 liter, you have of course the option to put the label. Here, as you can see on the example, we put the label on the sliding cover, but of course you can also put it on the ring or anywhere on the cabinet. And then you have the option of a full personalization for the 25 liter, meaning that you can pick your cabinet. But of course, the EVOL valve needs to be compatible with the cabinet you choose. So here there are also a number of limitations, so always contact your PWG company if you want more information. But also next to your local company, which is aware of the specificness of Crystalrite and which will know which unit we will have to present you. We also have a Crystalrite specialist within PWG, that is Thibaut Mastelink, so you can always contact him as well. So that was it for last year. Let's have a look at 2021. So early this year we launched the Robin. The Robin is an exclusive PWG range of softeners. So here you can see the complete range, because the Robin range is made of 3 different versions of this softener. You have the unique S-shaped design. Each version is available in 2 sizes, so the mini 12 liter and the maxi 26 liter. You have, just like the Lucy, you have the handles on the side to easily move the machine. But here you also have the tilting salt lid, and this salt lid also remains open, so you have both hands free to fill your salt. Because of the enhanced settings, this range of softener offers also a higher performance. But let's start with the first version, and that is the Robin Classic. The Robin Classic is the entry-level model. It has a really simple programmation. As you can see on the picture, it's a small display, but instead of 3 buttons like the regular softener or like you are used to, this one has a number of symbols next to the display. So whenever you need to change a parameter, just click on the corresponding symbol, and you will have immediately access to it. So no need to scroll into a complicated programmation. Here you just click once and you can change the parameter you want. Then next to the Robin Classic, you have the Robin Premium. This one is available in 2 models. So you have the normal Robin Premium, but also the Robin Premium High Flow, which is available with 1-inch connections. Here you have the option to choose your language, as there are multiple languages available in this timer. You have a bigger backlight controlled screen. The Robin Premium also comes with a chlorine generator and the vacation mode. And then the last one, which is the high-end model, the Robin Elite, which will be available in September. This Robin has a touchscreen. You also have, just like the Robin Premium, the option of multiple languages, so you pick out the language you prefer. Then you have an upflow regeneration valve with proportional brining, and also a chlorine generator, a vacation mode, and here as an extra you have the dry brine tank. Let's have a look at the animation on the Robin. So just like the other units, this is an exclusive PWG unit, so internet sales are forbidden. For the personalization, you also have a number of possibilities. You have the language, but which is available in the premium and elite version, as I told before. Then you have the color of the unit, and you can also put your logo on the cover or anywhere on the unit according to your preferences. As it is also exclusive, please contact your PWG company to make sure that this exclusivity was not already granted in your country. Or for the personalization, there's also a minimum order quantity, so it's always better to contact your PWG company. So next to the general softeners and cabinets that we launched last year and at the beginning of this year, we also had a number of customer-specific requests. The first one is the Frenchie. The Frenchie was a local development. It is an exclusive unit. It is a complete softener that is assembled with a blue EP cabinet, a new white cover, and the red label on the side. This is an exclusive softener, so if you're interested in this complete softener or in this cabinet, please contact your local PWG company. And then the hexagon. The hexagon is coming up in July. It's an exclusive cabinet. This is also a local development, but this cabinet has an outside tank. You have two types of covers. On this picture, you will see the low cover for the lower valve, but we will also develop a higher cover to make sure you have more options in the higher valve, for instance, a clack valve. Here again, contact your local PWG company for more information. Then next to the customer-specific requests, there were also a number of market-specific requests, such as the market of the smaller softeners. So for this market, we specially developed the Tahoo cabinet. The Tahoo cabinet is a very compact cabinet. You can see the dimensions on the screen. It is available in different colors. So for the cabinet, you have the choice between light gray and cream. And then for the ring, you have the gray, green, red, or blue ring. It's a really nice looking cabinet. And even though it's a small one, there are a number of valves that are compatible with this cabinet. Then for the personalization for the Tahoo, we did, for one customer, we did a nice engraving on the salt lid, but also be aware of the minimum order quantity for this type of personalization. And then you also have the option of the cabinet color ring or the ring of the unit. As I just told, the minimum order quantity is important for this type of project, so please contact your local PWG company. Then next to the Tahoo, we also have our PWG Internet softener, which you can see on the picture is really, really good looking one. And it's a bit different from all of the other softeners. So it's called the Billy. The Billy is available in two sizes, so mini 12.5 liter and a maxi 25 liter. You have the flipping cover that you can just flip by touching it. So when you flip the cover, you have access to the salt, so you can easily fill the salt without removing any covers or without the need to hold the cover while you are filling it. And then because of this tilting salt lid, you also have a good access and a good view on the display. The launch date of this softener is Aquatech this year in November, so hopefully we will be able to present them to you there. And then the documentation. For all the softeners and cabinets that I've just shown you, we have prepared information and documentation, which is a brochure, a manual, a technical performance sheet, and a video. Then next to that, we also have an overview of all the softeners and cabinets. All these files and documentation is available to all the PWG companies. So if you need a brochure, a leaflet, or if you want some more technical information about the softener, just contact your local PWG company and they will be able to send you the correct documentation. So now, if you have any questions, we are available to answer them right now.
Thank you, Wendy. So Wendy also remains available in the chat. We will continue with Yves-Marie Schapt about the new chain and Danny Bruneel from our company Delta Water Engineering on the Pallas NES. But before we do so, we first give the word to Johan with a short other one, Did You Know? Johan, the word is yours.
Water is a very special compound, as it is the only substance that occurs naturally in 3 different forms. Whether it can be presented as a liquid, or as a solid, or as a gas. At the same time, water is the best solvent in the world, meaning that water will try to dissolve everything. Even a shipwreck on the bottom of the sea over time will be dissolved by the water.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Yves-Maurice Chap. I'm in charge of purchasing and product development inside Porret Water Group. Today, I will present you our new generation of softener called Jane. So you can see the first slide where we have a very nice presentation with a black version, and then we will go much more into detail on the different possibilities you can have with this softener. So the past Jane will be present with the 2 major brands on the market, that is to say FLEC and CLAC. And with the FLEC, you will have 2 kinds of timers, the S60 and the XTR. In terms of color, you can get a black cabinet, a black cover, and a black salt lid, and the same, with a white version. So as you can see on the screen. Then, of course, we have planned a few customized versions in case you want something more exclusive, but would have to keep, existing components such as brine tank, white and black, cover, white, black, and blue, and timer and salt lid will be white and black so that we can get, something well harmonized. Of course, we will develop a lot of personalized label timer and also, special customization that we will apply on brine tanks. Then the range, it can be customized, as discussed before. For the brine tank, we'll still keep, the white, black, gray. Why? Because it's linked, to the number of cabinet that will be forced, to produce. The cover can be with a customized color, but again, we will need minimum quantity so that we can negotiate that with our vendor to make it good. The timer and salt lid, white, black, gray, and also, a few personalized label timer if you want to show your brand, which is something, much more easy to make. Then again, on brine tanks, we can apply some special label depending on what you would like to get. Keep in mind also that for each of this new range of softener, we have developed a special HSP, which means high softening performance. In fact, we have worked a lot on the efficiency of this new generation of softener. So Jane is not only a brand new development, but also, it's linked to technical, so how we can make a softener better. And again, of course, something you are very interested in, the timing. I'm sure you are eager to look at these novelties. So the Jane S60 is planned to be ready in May 2021. Same for the XTR, and we are working very hard with CLAC to make it work before the end of the year. Any question? Please feel free to ask me during the chat, or even to speak with your local people so that they can answer you directly in your own language. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Danny. I am the Sales and Marketing Manager of Delta Water Engineering, and I'm going to tell you about the Palasnes, the non-electric softeners. But first, please allow me to give you a small introduction on Delta Water Engineering. Delta Water Engineering is a Belgian manufacturer of water softeners and a proud member of the Porret Water Group. We manufacture non-electric softeners that work with hydraulic pressure. The fact that you don't need electricity to install our softeners makes it the ideal product for water professionals like installers and plumbers. Our products are manufactured by the employees of De Brug in Antwerpen. This non-profit sheltered workshop provides meaningful employment to 320 people who would have difficulty finding a job in the regular job markets. So the DNA of Delta is part of the Paulette Water Group company, a Belgian manufacturer. We manufacture non-electric softeners and we take care of social employment. Now have a look at the Delta softeners themselves. They are very compact. Our domestic softeners only have a 3-liter resin tank. We have a solution for every house, even when you have very little space. Although they are small, they get a high capacity, mainly because of 2 reasons. We use smaller resins, only 300 microns. This gives us a larger contact surface, which leads to a larger exchange capacity. And the resins are compressed between 2 filter screens, as you can see in the picture. The water enters the tank through a divider on top, so we always use 100% of the capacity of the resin tank. Working with smaller compressed resins makes the Delta softener a very economic softener and allows us to say that we save up to 50% on salt usage and up to 60% on water usage in comparison with our competitors. A small word about our channel management. The Delta water softeners are sold through 3 different channels. First, our sifter companies, second, our own B2C dealers, and third, the wholesalers. The Palace non-electric softener is distributed exclusively through the Paulette Water Group companies. The Hydro at Home range is distributed through our own B2C dealer network. The Delta Talent is distributed through the wholesalers, and every channel has its own product range. Next to those 3 brands, we also manufacture customized softeners with a minimum yearly volume of 400 units. We have a different value proposition for every channel, and your marketing tools can be personalized per customer when minimum order quantities are reached. Now let's have a specific look at the Palace NES. This is the product that is manufactured for the Paulette Water Group company, so it gives you easy access to a non-electric softener that is highly economic and ecologic. We have a simplex and a duplex unit in the range. As you know, you don't need electricity, but they work with hydraulic pressure. And as all Delta products, they use up to 50% less salt and use up to 60% less water compared to a traditional softener. The Palace NES Simplex is a Simplex all-in-one softener. It has very small dimensions, so you can install it even when there is very little space, like under the sink. It is easy to install for every water professional. And the Palace NES Duplex is a duplex parallel all-in-one softener. It gives you soft water 24/7 and it performs very high flow rates. If you would have any questions, you can address yourself to the Paulette Water Group companies and I will be happy to answer them right now in the chats.
So thank you, Danny and Yves-Marie. We hope this gives you a good overview on our range on new domestic softeners and what has been launched in 2020, what is going to be launched in 2021. Next to Wendy, also Danny and Yves-Marie, they will remain available on the chat. We see some questions popping up and we will answer them. But after this small Did You Know Again by Johan Lansens, I will tell you something more about the options for personalization. So Johan, if you're ready, the word is yours.
Water softening is the best known example of ion exchange. Ion exchange means that you will exchange one ion or one group of ions for another ion. In case of softening, we will exchange calcium and magnesium for sodium. The ion exchange takes place on the resin beads. So the calcium and magnesium are exchanged with the sodium. This is the service cycle of the softener. At the end, all the resin beads are saturated with calcium and magnesium, and we will need to reactivate them. We call that the regeneration of the water softener. In this case, we will do the opposite, and we will exchange sodium for calcium and magnesium. So a water softener mainly has two important cycles, the service and the regeneration.
So, okay, what are the options for personalization and customization? Before we do so, let's zoom in why personalization is important. There is a growing importance of marketing. We are all more and more influenced by online as well as offline media. The past year, for instance, shows how important, for instance, online marketing has become. New channels, new possibilities are arising every year, and it will only go faster and faster. So whatever country you're active, whatever segment you target, brands give confidence. A strong brand with a clear proposition stands out amongst others. By making our solutions yours, by personalizing it and clearly integrating them in your complete marketing strategy, you can differentiate and distinguish compared to your competition. And it doesn't always need to be complicated. That's exactly what the options I will present to you will show. Do you go for a simple or a full personalization? You wisely integrate your products into your marketing mix and simply make them fit your DNA. Now let's zoom in on your strengths. Softening is your core business. The list of participants shows a very strong representation of water treatment companies all over Europe, even all over the world. And that's exactly the strength of our mutual network. Better than whoever, you know the local market, you know what the needs of your target audience are, and we can support you with softening solutions and also with our own local representation, thanks to the local PWG company, who you can address in your own language and with some specific needs from that market. It's you who have a clear vision on how your product should look like. As stated in my introduction, a very recognizable look and feel in your entire marketing communication makes you stand out. That's beneficial for you, but as well as for us. Investing in marketing makes you aim for high runners and volume. We see an increasing request for personalization. It helps you to grow your volume, but operational as well, it's an asset to focus on one or two well-defined ranges. And not only thanks to your personalization, but also thanks to the configuration you selected, you are protected in your region. It all depends, of course, how extended that personalization is versus your annual volumes or minimum order quantity, but we'll zoom in on that just a little bit later. So I think I make it clear if I can state that customization makes yourself unique. Now, how about our strengths? We can proudly say that softening is our core business for over 40 years. Our 25 Pollets Water Group companies, and then I also include the ones active in industrial and commercial water treatment, have successfully built OEM cases. We have cases on personalized softeners all over the world, from West to Central and Eastern Europe, in Turkey, the Middle East and Africa, from the States up to China. And thanks to our extended range and options, we can give you regional exclusivity on certain configurations or valve cabinet combinations. And of course, it all comes with minimum order quantities. But our wide range offers plenty of possibilities. At the end of my presentation, I will refer to a cabinet and softener brochure in which we brought together all options, and that will be downloadable for you after this webinar. So we also defined products for different kind of channels. Frederik talked to you in his introduction about white label, which is no brand, private label, which is your brand, this part of the presentation. But we have also branded products like Vision Water. And next to that, we have specific solutions for specific channels. For instance, internet sales, like the Billy that Wendy presented to us. Or for instance, also DIY, the do-it-yourself market, have specific developed solutions and products. Softening is one of our main activities in water treatment. So we find it very important to continuously invest into proprietary softeners. If you have any specific ideas, we can for sure help. That will show during my presentation. We have new projects, you will have new projects. If you have ideas, there are always possibilities with the right sales plan. So you can talk to your local company about it. They will be happy to help you out. Now, let's zoom in on the options on personalizations that we have. We already touched them during the different presentations, but we can actually summarize all those options, all those customizations in 5 possible scenarios. In a nutshell, these are the 5 main solutions that we have for personalization. Level 1 is personalization with a logo. 2 is personalization with a logo on an exclusive valve and cabinet combination. Level 3 is personalization on special product solutions. 4 is about a full customization on an exclusive softener that can become yours. And the last one, level 5, is a co-development of new products. Whatever your specific case is, it will also and will always fit into one of these 5 levels. So let's discuss a little bit more in detail what it is all about. So let's start with level 1, which is personalization with logo. There's the first level, of course, and the personalization is with your logo or your type of softener on one of our more standard options, standard solutions. You select the combination of a cabinet and a valve with, let's say, the more standard range of softeners. So meaning your combination will not be exclusive in the market, but you can make it stand out thanks to the customization or the specific colors that you choose. The advantage of this level is that you have a lower minimum order quantity, lower investment, and that counts as well for you as well as for us. In other words, it's the quickest way towards an own softener without too many compromises or any of the complex pre-development stages that go up front. The customization specific is in the color combination you choose within the given options, the personalization of your valve or your cabinet with your logo or the type of label, and you see an example here in the slides behind me. As in each of the levels, of course, our marketing department can create a design for you, or you supply the design and then we implement it on your selected range. Brings us up to level 2. Which is personalization with a logo on an exclusive valve and cabinet combination. The difference with the first level is that you can select here an exclusive cabinet valve combination that will be granted to you for a certain region. While at level 1 you opted for a more standard solution which you personalize with your own brand. Here you will have exclusivity on the look and feel of the softener, its features and so on. So comparable with level 1, you opt for a certain color and you can label it as you want. We see different solutions in the market. We see stickers, we see transfers, labels on the valve, dome labels on the cabinet. The options are quite wide and depends, of course, on how far you want to go. But before we do so, the different options and possibilities will always be mapped out for you in the negotiation phase and the small development phase actually we have in this. Again, we can design based upon your requests, or you supply us an own design that we will implement. In this case, it's very important to clearly discuss with your PWG company about minimum order quantities that come along with the softener that you selected. Then the third level is more on personalization on special product solutions. Different than the previous 2 levels, here we go for a solution based upon specific product requests actually. The example shown is one which we looked for on a solution with a specific tank jacket. The jacket is in this case personalized in the customer's colors with a logo transfer on the jacket itself. In other words, this personalizes the range in a combination of unique features with the customization on the labeling and colors. Again, it's important to discuss your own requirements, your features, and discuss with your PWG company on minimum order quantities in this. And that brings us up to the 4th level, which is the full customization on exclusive softeners. In this case, you will receive an exclusivity of a type of softener for a certain market based upon the potential and the yearly order quantity. We show you here the example of our Lucy softener. This is a PWG softener with unique features, and it's only sold through exclusive partnerships with some of our water treatment customers. Now, In some cases, our customer opts for the standard look and feel, as you see it here, but some other customers opted, based upon their yearly volume, to a very high personalized softener. The advantage, of course, of these high volumes come, of course, with a great option on customization. These are some fictional examples that we show you right away and that you see here of what we can do with the same softener. And not only the softener can be personalized in this case, so you see that the look and feel is personalized, but also in the programmation we can make sure that your logo or your design is fitted in. The options just shown are creations of our own marketing department. But again, if you have ideas, you have combinations, specific colors that you want to integrate and so on, we make a mock-up, we make a design, and after approval and after a first run that we do with an example of a real softener, then we start production after that. And then the final level, the highest level, let's put it that way, is the co-development of a new product. So we can also co-develop a new softener together with you. It's of course the most extended way with a collaboration on different levels. That means that our R&D department will work together with yours, our marketing department and our sales departments of both companies are involved, etc. Now co-development means also co-investment on the new exclusive softener, and that comes of course with a strong and long-term collaboration. Now past projects have shown that this really pays off. So if you have any opportunities or you have a good sales plan or you have a good idea, we're happy to dive into it with you and to get a look at the options that there are. Again, I think your local PWG company is the right partner to discuss and to start up a negotiation in this. We talked about personalization of the softeners itself, but of course it doesn't stop with the softener. We go a step further. That means that also the product marketing, everything in line and around the product can be personalized. We're talking about the point of sales material, we're talking about manuals, labels, boxes, banners. Just think of it and we can make sure together with you that it all has, that it all fits in to your marketing mix, your product marketing mix. Of course, since also social and online media is gaining of importance, that doesn't only count for offline tools. We can also see how we can support you with online IDs and options, and we can see how those PWG exclusive products that you distribute in your countries can be supported by us on online IDs and online tools. Now, to see what is possible, I talked about it already in the presentation. Now, in a nutshell, actually, we gave you some examples, we showed you some stuff, but of course, it's really good to have an overview of what is possible, and therefore, we created the PWG Softener and Cabinet Overview. It's a document in which we gathered all our current softening products up to the most recent ones that were presented now, and for each product, it's clearly indicated what the standard color options are, what kind of valves can fit in, etc. So you have a really good overview on what the possibilities really are. Within the next days after this webinar, you will receive from us an email to download the webinar, the recordings of the webinar, and you will also have the option to download not only the presentation, but also the softener and cabinet overview. Now, to finish this off, we now focused on softeners, but of course there's more than that. Also think of other domestic water treatment solutions, like for instance our domestic ROs or point of use filter cartridges. Those are all products and solutions that can be personalized with your logo or can fit into your branded water treatment range. Are you interested? Do you have a specific idea? Do you see opportunities? Don't hesitate to contact one of our PWG companies, your specific contact. There's a PWG company in your region that can guide you and support you with your requests. And are you not a customer yet? Go to www.pollitzwatersgroup.com, fill in the contact form, and we'll bring you in contact with one of our experts. If you have any questions, you can pop them in the chat, and I'm happy to answer them for you.
The main difference between monosphere and heterosphere resins. Scientists developed synthetic resins for the first time in the 1930s, and the first completely automatic water softener in the 1950s. At that time, those appliances were huge and very slow working units. Nowadays, we mainly work with two different types of softening resins, the monosphere and the heterosphere resins. It's easy to distinguish the two types. The beads of a monosphere resin are more or less equal. For instance, a 600 micron resin. The beads of a heterosphere resin go from a minimum size to a maximum size. For instance, a resin going from 300 to 1200 micron. The development of the monosphere resins is more recent.
Reinstes Wasser für eine bessere Lebensqualität nierenkranker Menschen.
Industry-leading commercial and industrial water treatment solutions.
Gestión sostenible y eficiente del agua. Bye bye plástico.
Unsere Anlagen bringen euch reines und weiches Wasser in euer Haus.
A nossa missão é facilitar o acesso à água potável.
El agua bien tratada
Es garantía de vida.
Dostarczamy najwyższej jakości komponenty do uzdatniania wody.
Gücümüzü sudan alıyoruz.
Wir fertigen smarte Reinwasseranlagen in Deutschland.
Dat jullie bestellingen met service en snelheid op tijd zullen geleverd worden.
Ecologische oplossingen met aandacht voor onze sociale verantwoordelijkheid.
Focus op gespecialiseerde producten die pitwater terug drinkbaar maken.
Offering UV as an option for disinfecting your water.
Engineered solutions for your water treatment requirements.
Thank you very much for joining us. It was great to see the big interest of water treatment specialists all over the world following this session on our new domestic softeners. We will remain a few minutes extra available on the chat. And for now, I would say thank you very much. Enjoy the weekend and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.